Welcome back again today. During the 1600s, the Caribbean was a violent region where piracy, privateering, and maritime warfare shaped the balance of power among European empires. Among the many figures who sailed these contested waters, Diego el Mulato stands as one of the few documented pirates that had mixed ancestry of African and Spanish European descent. He would achieve leadership status and go beyond what anybody thought he ever would before. He illustrated in the golden age of piracy the unique opportunities piracy offered to those marginalized by colonial society. Diego el Mulato, whose name translates to Diego the Mulatto, was of African and European heritage. While specific details about his early life are scarce, historical records suggest that he may have been born in the Caribbean or West Africa and could have started life as a sailor or enslaved person. By the 1630s, Diego was operating as a pirate, primarily targeting Spanish ships and settlements in the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean Sea. Spanish colonial documents frequently mentioned him, often noting his race, and labeled him as a significant threat to Spanish interests, interested in him and his capture due to the mess that he was creating for the empire. One of Diego's most well-known exploits was his participation in the 1635 raid on Campeche, a Spanish colonial town on the Yucatan Peninsula. Alongside other pirates, many of them English and French, he helped sack the town, looting goods and disrupting Spanish trade. These raids were part of the broader campaign of piracy that plagued the Spanish holdings in the Americas, especially during times when official naval presence was weak. Diego el Mulato's ability to lead or to coordinate such attacks demonstrated his maritime experience and expertise, as well as his leadership skills. Spanish sources described him as having long experience in navigation and noted his presence among the corsairs of the Providence Islands and Notorious pirate haven off the coast of Central America. Diego operated at a time when pirate ships were often more egalitarian than the societies from which their crews came from. This is not to be mistaken. Though racial tension still did exist from time to time from pirate ship to pirate ship, pirates frequently judged crew members by their skill and loyalty rather than by their ethnicity. Diego's rise to prominence as a person of African descent and Spanish descent during a period when slavery and racial hierarchy were deeply entrenched into European colonials would suggest that he was respected and valued among his peers. He likely commanded a diverse crew, and some scholars speculate he may have had ties to the Providence Island Company, a semi-legal base from English privateers. Very little is known about Diego el Mulato's life after the 1640s. He disappears from historical records, and his final fate, whether he was captured, killed, or simply retired, is unknown. Nonetheless, his name lived on in the Spanish archives as a symbol of a threat posed by Afro-Caribbean and multicultural and multiracial pirates. Please like, subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you get all my videos. Add me on all social medias. And until next time, peace. One love.
So catch me if I fall.